Did you know the guitarist who helped invent djent never wanted to be famous? While the world worshipped Hetfield's precision, Dimebag's groove, and Iommi's eternal riffs, a handful of unsung architects were quietly rewriting the genre's DNA. Today, we're cranking the gain on the forgotten ones. 10 underrated guitarists who shaped metal from the shadows. Let's get started. Number 1. Dan Mongrain, Voivod, Martyr. Every era has its unsung genius, the kind of player who walks into a legacy so enormous most would crumble under its weight. That was Dan Mongrain. By 12, he had a guitar. By 14, he was teaching it. Before 20, he had played in over 100 bands. Jazz, blues, country, pop, death metal, fluent in every musical dialect. But Mongrain wasn't just playing metal, he was decoding it. With his band Martyr, he turned chaos into calculus with riffs that felt like equations solved in real time. Every note was deliberate, alive, and restless, like the guitar itself was thinking out loud. So when Dennis "Piggy" Demora Voivod passed away in 2005, it felt like the end. Piggy wasn't just their guitarist, he was their architect, the mad scientist behind their cosmic dissonance. And yet, somehow, Mongrain did more than fill the void. He rebuilt it. A lifelong Voivod disciple, he joined in 2008 and made the impossible sound effortless. On albums like Target Earth and The Wake, he didn't just preserve Voivod's legacy, he evolved it. Every jagged riff carried Piggy's DNA but pulsed with Mongrain's own precision. Number 2. Tommy Victor, Prong. Before nu metal had a name, before groove metal found its swagger, Tommy Victor was already hammering it into shape. In the late 80s, while most of New York's metal scene was chasing speed, Victor slowed it down and made it hit harder. With Prong, he fused the cold precision of industrial music with thrash crunch, creating a mechanical groove that felt both human and machine. Songs like Snap Your Fingers, Snap Your Neck didn't just move crowds, they rewired them. That palm-muted chug became the blueprint for Pantera, Fear Factory, and even early Korn. But while others wrote his sound to fame, Victor stayed in the shadows, working soundboards at CBGB by night, crafting the future of metal by day. No spotlight, no ego, just riffs that changed everything. Number 3. Andy LaRocque, King Diamond. Picture a King Diamond show, corpse paint glinting under the blood-red lights, falsettos slicing through smoke, and then a guitar wails like it's summoning spirits from the walls. That's Andy LaRocque, the quiet architect behind King Diamond's nightmares. His playing wasn't just fast, it was surgical. LaRocque carved neoclassical precision into pure horror, fusing Bach-like runs with haunting melody. Listen to Sleepless Nights or The Family Ghost. Those solos don't just shred, they haunt, like echoes in a cathedral. What makes them special is the balance, beauty and dread in the same breath. While King Diamond spun tales of demons and betrayal, LaRocque built the world they lived in, note by note. Number 4. Ron Jarzombek, Watchtower, Spastic Inc. Jarzombek isn't your average shredder. He's what happens when a guitarist decides music should break the rules of physics. With Watchtower, Spastic Inc., and Blotted Science, Jarzombek helped invent technical metal long before prog and djent were buzzwords. He invented technical riffs, tuning custom 7-strings, building his own guitars, and releasing songs as interactive apps. He once wrote a song where every guitar part aligned to a digital animation frame by frame. Another track, Aquanet Symphony, mimicked a hair metal band falling apart, all in absurd time signatures. He remained underrated because his music demanded too much, too precise for mosh pits, too cerebral for radio. But for guitarists chasing evolution over ego, Ron Jarzombek is one of modern metal's quiet architects. Number 5. John Christ, Danzig. John Christ wasn't the face of Danzig, he was the force behind its sound. While Glenn Danzig handled the theatrics, Christ sculpted the darkness. His Les Paul plugged into a wall of Marshalls created that thick, snarling tone that defined early albums like Lucifuge and How the Gods Kill. It wasn't just heavy, it was alive, breathing blues through doom metal's bones. Classically trained, Christ brought discipline to the chaos. You can hear it in his phrasing, the bends, the way every solo feels deliberate, like it's telling you something dangerous. His sound shaped everyone from Type O Negative to early Alice in Chains, though most listeners never knew his name. We're halfway through, and we've met mad scientists and architects of sound. But before we dive into the next wave of riff sorcery, what defines greatness in metal guitar? Riffs that move your head or the ones that move your soul? Drop your answer below. Things are about to get heavier. Number 6. Vito Bratta, White Lion. In the age of hairspray and overblown solos, Vito Bratta was different. While most 80s guitarists were showing off, Bratta was composing, crafting riffs and solos that felt like melodies you could hum. As the lead guitarist of White Lion, he didn't just shred, he sang through his strings. Songs like Wait and When the Children Cry showed a rare mix of technical precision and emotional restraint, blending Eddie Van Halen's flair with Brian May's melody. Then he vanished. After White Lion split in the early 90s, Bratta stepped away to care for his ailing father and never returned. Yet his influence lives on in every guitarist who prizes musical storytelling over speed, because sometimes the loudest statement is silence. Number 7. Akira Takasaki, Loudness. Long before metal truly went global, Japan had its own guitar god, Akira Takasaki of Loudness. Imagine Eddie Van Halen's Flash colliding with Samurai Precision, and you start to get the picture. Takasaki wasn't just fast, he was flawless. His riffs were razor sharp, his solos explosive, and his tone pure molten steel. Songs like Crazy Nights and Heavy Chains made it clear this guy could outshred nearly anyone in the West. But what set Takasaki apart wasn't just technical skill, it was discipline. He treated guitar like a martial art, mastering phrasing, tone control, and precision through relentless repetition. While Western metal worshipped excess, Takasaki's playing was balanced, chaos and control in perfect harmony. Though Loudness never reached the fame of their American counterparts, Takasaki's impact rippled across continents, inspiring generations of metal players. But as the 80s faded, metal's focus shifted and birthed a new kind of innovator. Number 8. Marten Hagstrom, Meshuggah. Every great band has its secret weapon, and in Meshuggah, it's Marten Hagstrom. While most fans fixate on Fredrik Thordendal's mind-bending solos, Hagstrom is the architect behind the band's colossal groove. His down-tuned, polyrhythmic riffs defined modern metal's evolution into djent before the word even existed. What's wild is that Hagstrom wasn't chasing complexity, he was chasing feel. He once said he tries to play riffs that sound almost wrong, pushing rhythm to the edge of collapse before snapping it perfectly back into place. That tension became Meshuggah's signature sound. He may not take the spotlight, but without Hagstrom, Meshuggah wouldn't groove, it would just glitch. And if Hagstrom gave metal its machine heart, Trey Azagthoth gave it its demonic soul. Number 9. Trey Azagthoth, Morbid Angel. If guitar solos could summon demons, Trey Azagthoth would be their high priest. As the founding guitarist of Morbid Angel, he didn't just play death metal, he invented how it should sound. His leads weren't melodic or predictable, they were pure chaos, screeching, spiraling, and violently beautiful. Songs like Chapel of Ghouls and God of Emptiness sound less like compositions and more like dark rituals. Trey's genius lies in how unorthodox he is. He treats his guitar like a portal, using dissonant intervals, alien phrasing, and haunting dive bombs that feel otherworldly. And behind that madness is mastery. He studied classical composers like Bach and Mozart, twisting their order into disorder. While death metal stayed underground, his influence bled everywhere. Every extreme metal guitarist chasing brutality over beauty owes a silent debt to Trey Azagthoth's chaos. Number 10. John Ricci, Exciter. Before Metallica, before Slayer, there was Exciter. And at the heart of it, John Ricci, a man who played like his amp was about to explode. In 1983, when most metal still flirted with glam, Ricci was already pushing into uncharted speed and aggression. Tracks like Heavy Metal Maniac weren't just fast. They were reckless, raw, and beautifully unpolished. His riffs felt like they were trying to outrun the song itself. That energy became the foundation of thrash. Metallica, Slayer, Anthrax, they all took notes, consciously or not. But while those bands became global giants, Exciters stayed cult. Ricci never chased the spotlight, he just kept playing louder, and in doing so, he helped invent a sound the world wasn't ready for, but would spend decades perfecting. Metal's full of icons, but the ones who changed everything, most people never even learned their names. So which of these riff architects deserve to be remembered? Drop your pick in the comments. And if you crave the deep cuts, the stories that built metal from the underground up, hit subscribe. We've got plenty more where that came from.